were in. We just came back from San Miguel. It was a wonderful event, a beautiful place. I wanted to go back there, and these are the people that came. And of course, Jesus and Pamela, they actually had the biggest group, and we had a good time doing it. And it's about when you and the book that we offer, it's covers everything, literally everything. Now, how do you apply it is a different story, right? So this is, again, your in is all set up, and we can do this all the time. And it is for anyone that wants to build their team, that I'll be there for them. So at this moment, I want to, Arthur's here right now, because Arthur, he's moving into a new period in his life into 2020, 2026. Arthur, can you share with us what you told me that you want to do?
Got it. You guys can see my screen, right?
We can see your screen.
And I'm very excited because as I was listening to you, I didn't see the presentation that you shared, Dennis. So, and I can see that I'm somewhat synced in with you because it's really similar information that I'm going to put here. And as long as you guys see my slide, I don't know how to put a full screen. But my name is Arthur Shaganzarov. As most of you guys know me, for those who don't know me, what Dennis just mentioned as well about me is I'm doing pretty okay for myself. And what I mean by that is I haven't worked at a job since 2015. I've been an entrepreneur. I had multiple different businesses. I have a clothing store that I started. And today we have some Hollywood stars that wearing those clothing pieces, the shoes, as well as restaurants that I bought, turned around, sold them. And I do real estate, not the traditional real estate, but investing in real estate. So some of those famous people, they either wearing my suits or I've done some real estate deals with them. So all this is what I am, right? But if you ask me, how did I get there and how did I build those connections? I have to really think about it. It's the school I went to, it's where I grew up. And what just Dennis and I just shared with you, I grew up here. 20 years in this company. And honestly, this is the first picture with Dennis. And the way I see it in this 20 years, what Dennis just shared with you guys, the truth that Dennis always shared, it resonated with me. I was young. Obviously, I didn't have much awareness, but it always stuck with me. And today, Dennis was somebody that I just joined a company for. Then he became my mentor. It turned to be a business partner. And now I consider him as a very, very close friend. Some of you guys read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He was my rich dad. And everything I learned in the company, I apply in my life. And that's why I have the results I have today. And that's why I haven't worked in 10 years at the job. But I'm working very hard every day on my businesses. And what happened is, since I was young and I didn't have the awareness, I had to step out because I wasn't working directly with Dennis, unfortunately. And I quit a long time ago. I applied everything and became successful. But 2 years ago, I reconnected with Dennis. And I said, I want to do this. However, I took a very, very risky investment. I made a bad investment that set me back up financially. I was just stressed out because I was calling Dennis every day because I was almost on the verge to file bankruptcy. But once you develop the right mindset, and which I did, thanks to Dennis, you just have this resourceful mindset where you figure things out. So what happened is I didn't quit, and I talked to Dennis every day. I almost filed for bankruptcy, but we decided not to do it. I figured out a way, and I figured out a whole new niche in real estate, where today we basically got a completely new business that we are doing pretty well. I'm saying me and a couple of people that work with me. And from going to almost filing bankruptcy a year and a half ago to finishing 2025, we made over $1.2 million. That being said, why am I still here? Why am I on this goal? Is because my heart never left. I always wanted to do this. And if you ask me why I want to do this, because I'm very passionate about helping people, paying forward, because that's what happened to me. I was that kid who didn't know anything. I just had a hunger and fire in my eyes, in my heart, that I want more. And I was looking for the right vehicle, right opportunity. And I love helping people. I love impacting people. And what's the best way to do it is to be able to do it on a bigger scale. And to do it on a bigger scale, it has to be network marketing. It has to be obviously this company. And that's why when I didn't even share the slides. That's my family. That's my why. And you know what they say when it rains and pours. So when I almost started filing for bankruptcy and I was stressing out, I told Dennis I couldn't sleep. I just got married and my wife wanted to have a baby. Not that I don't want to have a baby. I love kids. I love babies, but I was very focused and stressed out about money. And today, again, like I said, year and a half later, we're finishing the projects. I'm trying to finish up all these bad investments and close up all the projects. Why? Because I do believe 2026 is about pioneering, and that's exactly what I'm planning to do, is to pioneer and give the full force back to your health. And my goal is, that's why I say impact over income, because I really believe this is what my passion is, this was my destiny is to be able to impact as many people as I can. And how are we going to do it? The year of the pioneer. I just want to make sure I'm on time. That's why. So for me, what is pioneer? Or like, what is a pioneer spirit? By the way, for those who know me, you guys know our team used to be called CT, which is Connecticut CT Pioneers, because we took over the East Coast. So for me, if you want to know what is pioneering, this is what I put it together, right? No more being on a sideline. Step in, take ownership, and don't ask for permission. And what I mean by that is, this past 9 years that Dennis talked about, everything you learned, everything that felt good, everything that didn't feel good, acknowledge it, go over it, and then take action, right? Own it. It's your show. Act like it's your show. You have to take responsibility. And that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Run it with the confidence. That's very important to have a right energy. I think the most important part is having the right energy. And the truth is, you do have to believe it. Everything I've done, any business, I almost halfway delusional about it. And that sometimes could get you in trouble. And that's why I personally have to slow down and not be overconfident. But I'll tell you this, I'd rather be overconfident and try and fail than not to try at all or be scared to try it. So that's very, very important. This is how I see it in terms of the pioneering, Dennis. And this is our goal. So our goal, I talked to Dennis, is in the end of the March, we're going to do our first regional event of the East Coast. And the goal is to have 100 people. And most people.
So let me ask you, Arthur. So how are you so confident that you think you're going to have 100 people at your first event?
I'm glad you asked this, because I believe I have the knowledge to do it, because I'll share it right now, because I've done it before and I didn't even have the awareness level I had or credibility or success that I have. It starts with one-on-ones. This is the one-on-ones we used to do. This is one-on-ones. Everybody used to sign up. My ratio used to be 8 out of 10. And I'll tell you why. How is somebody who's 19 years old, who has not aware, does not have awareness or credibility, and my English used to be 10 times worse, but I would sign up people. Why? Because I was delusional about my success. I was very certain. I had a confidence. My energy was different. So that's how you do it. You go from one-on-ones to small house meetings. Then, I don't know why it's slow. Then you pack the house meeting. That's when I used to have hair, by the way. So that's a packed house meeting in the middle of Hartford. And then you do small hotel presentations. And then it grows to, we had over 200 people. And how do I know I'm going to do it? Because you have to be bold, right? You have to be bold. The quote that I recently heard, Dennis, it says, you rather try and fail than not try at all. So, but then if you're going to do it 100%, do it with the confidence. It's your show, act it, you're the main character. Everything I do, I always do that. You have to be confident. It's your energy. And at the end of the day, obviously, not all of us here who've been here over a year, you have some sort of knowledge. You have all the support you need. I feel like sometimes we have too much of a support, because I'll tell you this, and I'll finish with this because I know I don't have too much time. I haven't worked past 10 years of the job. What does that mean? That means I try so many different things. I try Amazon drop shipping. I tried this course. I tried to make money here. I invested money. I invested not $1,000 packages. I'm talking about 5,000, 10,000. All those things require so much more support, so much more knowledge, and there's so much more competition. It's very hard out there. The network marketing is that's why I'm here. Even though I make good money in real estate, we make over 1.2 just 2025. This is the best way to scale your life and be able to impact many, many people's lives. And nothing better than if you can work and be on a Zoom call and work directly and have opportunity to work directly with the founder, with Dennis, because I didn't have the opportunity 20 years ago. Now I do, and that's why I'm back, and that's how we're going to do it, Dennis.
Okay, Arthur, thank you so much, and we'll look forward to seeing how you're going to execute this by March. And for sure, you got 200. You have 100 people there. I'm going to be there for you. I'm always going to be there for you guys, but you just got to go do your thing. Okay, thank you.